Hello everyone, welcome to Michael's vlog. Up early in the morning again, it's about 6 a.m. I do plan to do a little bit of work today, but I think I'm going to take it somewhat easy, probably not a lot of hours a day because, you got to get some rest at some point. But, I'm up super early because actually my son was rolling all over me in the bed, putting his feet all over me and pushing me towards the edge of the bed. So that woke me up, and I'm the type of person, once you wake me up, it's very difficult for me to go back to sleep. So I just stay awake once I'm awake. But today's video is about, why it's important to know the local language in the Philippines. So let me give you an example or a situation that I run into where I was really forced to speak in the local language for the area that I live in. In this case, Bisaya is the local language for the city that I live in. So when I was in a taxi, the taxi driver did not speak any English. I mean, absolutely zero English. And so I'm in the taxi and I'm like, oh man, how do I communicate with this guy? And that's when that first happened to me. That's when I realized that I need to know some of the local language because there are gonna be situations where I really do need to be able to speak 100% the local language. Fortunately for me, I actually knew enough of the language at that particular time where I could tell the taxi driver where I want to go. But if you don't know any of the local language and you get into a taxi and you try to go somewhere, you can't go where you want to go because you cannot communicate to them. And there's been other situations too. Like there was an example where, there's a guy I knew here in the Philippines. He didn't know any of the local language, and his taxi driver could not speak any English. And the only reason he was able to even communicate any information to them is because I was actually there and I translated to the taxi driver where he wanted to go. I told the taxi driver actually to wait for him because he couldn't even tell the taxi driver that, hey, I want you to wait. I have to go get something and I'll be back. So even little things like that are super important for you. So if you're coming to the Philippines, just know if you plan on being here for a while, there is going to come a point where you need to know the local language. Now, also, there's an additional thing that you need to take in consideration. Depending on what city you're in, the language is going to differ. There's a lot of different languages here in the Philippines. So, for example, if you were in Davao City, the local language here is Bisaya. But if you were in, for example, Manila, the local language there is Tagalog. So you need to identify what the local language is for the city that you live in. Because depending on what city you live in, the language is going to be completely different. Now, if you're in Davao City and this is the area you plan to come to, I'll just share with you one, sentence that you can say to tell the cab driver where you want to go. Now, this isn't going to solve all your problems, but it will at least give you some insight into how to communicate to the cab driver. So let's say you're in the cab and you want to go to a Breeza Mall, which is one of the malls here. You would say Mag Ato Ko and then the name of the place. So Mag Ato Ko. Okay. Now Ato is like going and then Ko is I. So it's like essentially saying I'm going to or I want to go to. Now Mag, I can't give you the exact translation of that. It's not really something I can easily translate to you, but just know that you're going to say Mag Atoko. And that's saying that I'm going or I want to go to. And then after you say that statement, you would name the place that you want to go to. Now, another way you can say something to them to tell them where you want to go is just to say Sa. So Sa, and then you would say the name of the place. So if they want you want to know where you want to go, you say Sa Abriza Mall as an example, or you could say Magato Ko Abriza Mall. So that means that in both cases you want to go to that particular mall. So you can say it the short way, say Sa Abriza Mall or Magato Ko Abriza Mall. But I would say you should know how to say things in more than one way because maybe they didn't understand you. So you want to make sure you can say the same thing at least in two different ways so that it's communicated effectively to your taxi driver. Now, there's some other things I could share with you in terms of the local language, but I think that's a super important thing for you to know if you come here is to be able to communicate with the taxi driver so that you can go to where you want to go and not get lost or get taken the wrong way because you weren't able to communicate effectively with the taxi driver. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely leave thumbs up. You know, leave a comment, share it. If you didn't like the video and you leave a thumbs down, tell me why you didn't like the video, what I could have done differently. I know it's super early in the morning, but that's typically where I'm at this point. I try to make these videos early in the morning because that's where I have a lot of time at. If I get up super early, it'll give me that additional space gap to make more videos and make this into a daily vlog. If you want this to become a daily vlog and you want to see more content that I can share with you guys, definitely you gotta leave a response. You know, a thumbs up at the very minimum. A comment will definitely take it an extra mile, but I really want to translate this vlog into something daily rather than just something that is, you know, once every few months. Because at that rate, I'll never be able to make this vlog a great vlog for you guys if I'm not uploading new content. So as long as I see that I have new subscribers, I'm definitely going to try to put out new content, and I can already see that we still have a decent amount of subscribers, and if that number continues to grow, you know, you'll definitely see more videos from Michael's vlog. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video.